this is probably, I don't know if we'll even have time to go much farther than this, but someone is asking, are you aware of the wars going on by ETs in our solar system for control of the planet?
Yes, I am very well aware of it, and the big part of it is, that's a big part of the reason for this kind of, this process toward disclosure. I know that you had Clay and Sean Pickering on your show, and Clay and Sean and the Source are very, very close friends. We've been working together now for 2.5, almost 3 years, I guess, in awakening the public. I know Source A very well. I respect him. I admire him. I have complete trust in his honesty and his loyalty to the Constitution of the United States. And it's all working its way slowly. You know, you can't throw off the lies of 60 years without great liability incurred. For example, you know, if the government says, okay, you know, the ETs are here, we made a deal with them that they could take, you know, a certain number of humans and they could take as many cattle as they want for their purposes. We had to do it because we had no recourse. Well, forget about the abductees. I think that they're going to have a hell of a time with all the ranchers who are going to say, hey, Jack, you owe me $500,000 for all those cattle that you conveniently gave to your grave friends there, you know? So how do you deal with that?
Well,
Pass the law.
Some of them are also
pass an immunity law then. But anyway, it's very difficult.
We've got my labs abducting cattle as well for their genetic engineering and so on.
Mm-hmm. I have another angle on the MyLab story, which is quite fascinating, that I received from Peter Robbins when he spoke here in New York. And it deals with kind of an insight that Larry Warren may have had, and perhaps others, that the MyLab operation conducted by, let's call them Men in Black so we don't name a service, Men in Black. The MyLabs are actually operations conducted by the military when they find out that a person's been abducted. That they'll go and abduct the person a second time and stage a fake ET abduction, during which they debrief the person for the contents of their real abduction and then drug them and put on this play to superimpose the false abduction over the real abduction so they don't remember the real abduction and will remember the false abduction. You got that?
Yes.
That's a pretty good mind control method for not just silencing somebody, really confusing them.
I think it's Melinda, Melinda Leslie. She specializes in the MyLab abductions, and I think that is one of the theories, absolutely.
And Niara Isley also. She went through a terrible thing. She's written up her reports for UFO Digest, and I just have to say I admire the courage of all of these heroes who have come forth, both men and women who have come forth to tell the truth against a wall of lies, deceptions, threats, and I really do admire Aaron McCullum. I was completely enthralled by your interview with Aaron McCullum.
Wonderful.
Because he is so forthright. And people will look at your tape and look at Aaron McCullum with his long hair and his earrings and his tattoos and say, "Oh, that guy in the military?" Well, let me tell you, folks, when I saw those tattoos, I said, he's the real deal, because I know them. And I know that that's part of the initiation, to become kind of like the illustrated man. So don't debunk him because of his tattoos. Actually, bunk him up, because that's the real deal.
Yeah,
that's
I love
he was great.
I'm about to do another interview with him, by the way, so you'll be enjoying that.
Tell him I'd love to speak to him, because I feel that the program that I alluded to in artificial intelligence was the grandfather of what his dolphin shaman experience is about.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure he'd like to
compare notes privately with him.
Okay, I'll forward your email on to him and get him in touch with you. It looks like we have 2 minutes left. I do have a person asking you if you feel that abductions have increased over the years.
Yes, I do feel that they have increased, and the magnitude is incredible. And there are signs that the abduction amnesia is falling away from people more and more rapidly, and that people are awakening to the fact, A, that they have been abducted, and another topic which I've just started to broach with Kevin Smith on his show, which is the subject of aliens amongst us and hybrids in particular, and that many of us may, in fact, have been engineered over many years.
No doubt about it.
Part human and part extraterrestrial, and perhaps we really are not native to this planet.
Well, and the other thing is that there are ETs walking the halls of the Pentagon, as Bob Dean would say.
Well, I can tell you that some of my friends have been briefed by those guys. Or gals. Sometimes they appear. They're not guys or gals, but they can appear in a form that's less threatening to our minds. But it's very difficult, apparently, to sustain that. Because what was happening to me with the creature trying to impose an image in the back of my mind. Well, that technology exists, and the ET to facilitate and calm the human mind, they appear for a certain period of time in a more, say, a wholesome form or acceptable form.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they can also appear as Jesus, Mary, and you name them. So,
yes.
I have to put that out there. We are at the end of the show. I want to thank you very much, Robert Morningstar, for coming on with me. This is great.
Thank you, Terry.
A fabulous guest.
And I had some reservations because I gave up going down to Washington to be at the press conference for the Paradigm and Project X, the X conference. It's a very big conference.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And I wrote this, Bassett, I would love to be there with you, but I have a commitment to be with Carrie on her show. It's the only thing that would keep me here. But I'm very glad I did, and I think I'm very happy to know you, and thank you for the opportunity to exchange ideas.
Lovely. I'd love to have you back sometime. You've obviously got a wealth of knowledge, and it's really appreciated. So this is Carrie Cassidy from Project Camelot, Whistleblower Radio, Robert Morningstar from UFOdigest.com, and any parting words, Robert?
Yes, believe in yourself. Have faith in your own reason and your own strength, and God has given us all we need to succeed. So that's who I call on whenever I have a crisis, Center yourself and have faith in yourself. God bless you all.
Obviously, the skills. Okay, thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.